you just calculate your numbers in front. So, okay, to knock it down, it's gonna cost me 10 grand to knock this property down and clear the lot. To add my new foundation in and build my new house, I'll get an estimate for that, and they'll say, okay, we can do a build for 200,000. Okay, so I'm in it for 210 now. And then I paid 90,000 for the house, so now I'm in it for 300.
And you do this all quickly right before you submit an offer?
Yeah.
As fast as possible.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, when we have like this fast this conversation.
But you still do it before you submit the offer?
Yeah, because you don't know what the
I don't, unless you put it all the time, right, Jay?
Right, well, yeah, so that's the thing, is that you can, and when we submit our contracts, whether it be an option or just a traditional
And you
purchase
pay
agreement.
for that option period?
Yes.
Hold on. So when you're submitting your contract, there are clauses, contingency clauses in the contract that allow you to walk away from the contract without any recourse. So you can, yes, if you feel a deal is hot and it's something that, based on you know in the market, in the area, or what investors, within your investors list, or whatever mitigating reason you feel like I need to contract this today and I don't want to let it wait till tomorrow, you can contract it, do the work, the due diligence after, and then figure out if it makes sense. Nevertheless, whether you do that more aggressive approach or you do it more traditionally where you actually get the estimates first and do all the numbers. And if you're, you know, just if you're in a hot market, you might have to move fast. If the market's a little slower, then you can do a little more diligence. But you just get all your numbers and you get your comps and you just figure out, does this make sense based on our numbers? No matter how bad the property is. That's it.
So the sentence is basically, what you're saying is, I don't do a deal if the numbers don't make sense. Because you can't make a deal, and one thing you never do is try to make a new market. What I mean is try to make your own comp. Well, I'm gonna build it great. I'm gonna put this tower in there. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna sell it for 20,000 more than anybody else.
No matter how much you put into a property, you can kill yourself, financially anyway, by overspending on your construction and your rehab. Because you only are going to be supported by your comps. Like someone asked me on a mentorship call the other day, they were like, Jay, have you looked into, not the trailer homes, but the storage unit homes, right? Those, whatever they're called. And he was like, well, you know, how would I find a value in that? I said, the same thing. You can't compare a storage unit to a ranch.
No.
You got to find 3 storage units that sold in the last 3 months within 1 square mile.
That was going to be another question. How far back do you go in comps?
6 months.
Okay. And if you don't find anything comparable in those 6 months, then
Then you go back a little further.
Is it a certain range of square footage that you go by as well?
Comparable. Everything comparable.
It's like being the CIA, guys. The more information you have, it's just a better situation you're going to be in, right? So, you know what I'm saying? But don't waste your time. Talking about yesterday, like you said, your man said when we was on the phone, he was like,
Activity
activity
does not mean accomplishment.
Accomplishment.
Activity doesn't equal accomplishment.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, we doing all this activity. And then Rod said the same thing. And then Rod said right after that was like, yo, you just can't keep analysis paralysis. There we go. There we get to that. So basically, all that led to, I need to get all the information. Jay and Twin said all this, and I need to get every single bit. We're not saying, you know, that per se, but you always have to put action to it. But if you follow, you know what I'm saying, if you get into the classes that we keep on talking about, if you provide yourself with the knowledge, and I don't mean knowledge of how to build a house. I don't mean knowledge about how to, you know what I'm saying, understand wholesaling real estate. I'm talking about general business knowledge. Where's my LLC? I'm telling you, because you got to be your CEO, right? We're CEOs here, right? You're the owner of the business. So you have to be able to, how do I start my business? How do I build it? How do I build my team? And then there you go from there. You don't want to be, you know, going outside. Don't think of, I'm going to make quick $5,000 wholesaling, or I'm going to do something out. You should be thinking, you know what? It's a pie chart. Take it all the way to business. What, it's like a stock market, right? What percentage am I going to do the wholesales? What percentage will I do rentals? What percentage are we going to do that? And you set your goals from there. So it's just, you know, it keeps on going back to business, keeps on going back to, you know, having the information, but not taking too much information, and, you know, you're never going to take a step forward, and also taking risky steps, but mitigating that risk. Going back to the word team again. I mitigate my risk by teaming up. I mitigate my risk by getting more information. I mitigate the risk by, you know what I'm saying, making sure that I'm in the right position to understand what other people are saying. And the main, I want to say one more thing for Jay. The main thing is, all we care about, like Jay, is numbers. So we talk about that because we know a lot about them, but when we buy houses, we're investors too. When we buy houses, ask Cornelius, I send him a sheet with numbers only. I don't even have to see the house when I see the deals. I need to see the numbers and the comps. And then I say, okay, you know what? What is the average? I mean, pretty much the one number that's the variable, the biggest variable is the construction, right? You know what I mean? You can buy the house for a certain price. You got the comps, so you know what you want to sell it for. The one thing that can break you for the most part is the construction. You put too much on it, you overbuild it, or you put not enough on it and you underbuild it. You can't sell it either way. Or if you sell it over here, you lose too much money. If you sell it over here, you lose too much money. You see where we're at? So it's not about knowing everything. It's about just having your numbers. And if you just know the worst case scenarios. Oh man, worst case scenario, this house will be built for $75K. Use that, and then you need nothing else. Then use your program. Because you know what I mean. The only number you can find, because everybody is scared about what? How do I get to GC? I mean, how do I get the estimate number? Everybody know how to buy the house. Everybody know how to sell the house for the most part when it comes to the numbers, because you have things around it that tells you that. The one thing that's not told is the rebuild part. Nobody's actually telling you what could happen during that part. So just put the worst case scenario in, use that number, then go off your program, work your numbers. But the main thing is just find the worst case scenario number for your rebuild. Use that, and then hopefully nothing else too dramatic happens after that. So all this stuff doesn't matter about, you know what I mean, all the specifics, it's just about the numbers. You know what I mean, really.
And so with that said, and it probably depends on what strategy you're going with. Then how do you determine because the factor you're missing out of what you've been talking about right now is the timing. So how long that contract, of course how much you're gonna pay to renovate, but how long is it gonna take to renovate? Then how have you decided how you're gonna break down the weeks or the months or however that do?
That's all, and again, I think a lot of these questions will be great for our mastermind session.
Okay.
So we can, everyone can.
Say it.
I'm not answer it. But yeah, I'm just saying, so everyone can actually visualize and we can see and just kind of more thoroughly explain. Great questions. But again, what I do when evaluating properties, whether it be anything, construction, whatever, I'll still go into the same numbers, right? So you get an estimate from your GC, from your contractors, how long it take to renovate it, let's say 30 days, 45 days, 60 tops, right? And so now you add those numbers into the equation, which are the carrying cost. Meaning for those 2 months that I have to wait for it to be built, and I estimate another 60 days or so to sell it, even let's say 90 or 120, however, whatever cushion you want to create for yourself, is what cost do I have? Monthly taxes or quarterly taxes, insurance, mortgage, right? Or any other costs that you have during those months while you're carrying the property to its selling point. You just add those numbers into the equation as well. That's all.